0 degrees Celsius. Okay. Now they are saying ice at 273 K is more effective in cooling than water at the same temperature. So don't forget 0 degrees Celsius is a solid state also. So they are saying that this is more effective in cooling than water. You know why? Because the particles at 273 K, which is also 0 degrees Celsius, has less energy because it's a solid. Okay, so it has less energy compared to the particles of water. Hence ice takes more heat energy from the surrounding and thus causes cooling than water at the same temperature. So what's the meaning? You should know 273 K is nothing but 0 degrees Celsius, which is solid. So ice at that state you have less energy. The less energy is there. Okay, because why less energy? Particles in the ice has less energy compared to particles of water. Water have more energy, and they are like, although their force of attraction is strong, they are closely packed. Ice, no, take ice. You see particles moving. You can see that it's compact, no, close. So you have to know that time the energy is less, as water has more energy. It's flowing. So ice takes more energy. It has less energy. So ice takes more energy and thus causes more cooling. So what is happening is weak. Now when you're hungry, what you'll do? You'll eat more, no? Same way, the particles of ice at 0 degrees Celsius, which is also 273 K, they are having less energy because they are closely packed. So they are less energy. They don't move freely. So they take more energy. Say after me. They take how you all will eat more food, more energy from the surrounding. And you will be learning in another examples that when evaporation takes place, cooling, because all the energy is absorbed, no children, all the energy is evaporated, no, so it causes cooling at the end. So it will cause more cooling at the same temperature. Why? Now all the heat goes out, no? Naturally, no. So if all the heat is removed from out, it will cause cooling. Now when we sweat, okay, so sometimes we feel all cold, no, inside, because all our sweat gets evaporated, and then you suddenly feel coldness inside. Why? Because what is happening? We have sweat in our body, whatever we sweat. So what happens is when we sweat, when there is heat, so the sweat in our body gets evaporated. Okay, it gets evaporated because our body temperature is high because of the heat in the surrounding. So then it gets evaporated, and thus why? Because all the heat is absorbed, absorbed into the atmosphere. So energy is absorbed, so it causes cooling. So this is a concept of it, which we'll be learning more better, more in detail. What produces more burns? Now you take boiling water and take steam. Please don't do that experiment. Now we know there's something called latent heat. Say after me, latent heat. Say after me, latent heat. We have learned latent heat of vaporization is what? It's a process in which, 1 kg, to convert. It's a process to convert 1 kg. Now, very easy. Vaporization is another word for evaporation, liquid becoming vapor. So it's a process in which to convert 1 kg of what? Liquid is getting converted to vapor. So latent heat, I said how to remember, it's a process in which 1 kg, you have to convert 1 kg of liquid to vapor because it is latent heat of vaporization. Now, since liquid is converted to vapor, so it's boiling. So at boiling point at atmospheric pressure. So why boiling? Because liquid is boiling to vapor, no? So boiling. Now, so when like this question comes, we have to talk about latent heat. You have to see how much latent heat is used. See, the particles in the steam, now liquid is become vapor, so it is steam now. Steam have more energy, extra energy, absorb more energy in the form of latent heat. Always remember, children, when the liquid is getting converted means energy is being absorbed more and more. So more the liquid getting converted to vapor and more the vapor means more energy. Remember like that. more energy in the form of latent heat of vaporization. So, you'll get marks if you write this latent heat of vaporization. Latent heat of vaporization comes everywhere where you have to convert, because that is how much energy absorbed, no? So that is called latent heat of vaporization. So you have to say it has absorbed extra energy in the form of latent heat of vaporization. Vaporization is liquid to vapor. So latent heat is always when you want to convert that much kg. So when steam comes in contact with the skin, it releases more heat. It's odd heat. They could have skin, therefore our skin burns. So it releases more heat than boiling water. So you take boiling water and take steam water. But please don't do that experiment. Okay. It's quite obvious when you're cooking and all, you'll see, oh my god, it's so hot, it's so hot. And then if it is just boiling, you won't get burned. But when it is this, it will be terrible. See, I have done this 100 times. So please don't ask me to do. I'm just doing only one topic. Just I'm doing D. Which D? Here. I was saying no, liquid becoming solid, liquid becoming solid. See how solidification is come. It is solidification. So you should know all these conversions now. Solid to liquid fusion. And one more thing. We are talking about only liquid gas. But if gas, see liquid becoming gas is evaporation and vaporization also. Same. Gas getting of liquid is condensation. We'll be doing with examples. Give reason. Early morning you will be seeing all dewdrops and all on your cars. That is condensation. It is becoming liquid. The water vapor has burst open. It cannot take more now. It comes in contact with cool surrounding. It releases its energy. So because it has absorbed no children energy to become vapor So now it releases. It loses up. Okay. And it becomes liquid. So gas becoming liquid is condensation. So we have done this many times. I hope you know. Only I want to repeat this. Okay. In this, when taking printout, I have already sent this chart. So I am not interested in this. Only I want to tell you when gas is becoming liquid. I have repeated many times. Very important. Gas becoming liquid. I want to liquefy. I want gas to become liquid. So I have to increase. Say after me. Pressure. I have to put more pressure. Zor laga ke pressure. Press karo. Press it. But we have to decrease the heat. Decrease the heat. Very important. And ulta is here. The solid becoming gas have to increase temperature. Increase the heat. Decrease it. So learn one. This is the ulta of this. Now solid becoming gas is also sublimation. Gas also becoming solid is sublimation. I have done this chart many times. Okay, so in the video also, please you all take the interest of understanding it, and please solve this in the text and notebooks. Once we meet and if I see it's not done, I'll make you all sit here full day and do it. Okay, we have to be see. We won't have time now. Please make use of the time. This chart also has to be done. Okay, fast. Let us do this fast. The process by which a solid is directly converted to vapor when heated is, today I'm ticking, is sublimation. Okay. See, these are for children who have joined late and are still having difficulty. Please don't take advantage of this. Everything I can. I told you all that to do on your own, I have to send messages. This is not fair. You have to know your own responsibility. Teacher has done this. Okay, I will try to answer. Don't wait for teacher. Teacher sent this. Okay, that portion was not seen. This portion, at least I can answer this question. Then see what are the answers. Now I am taking this to check whether what you all have done is correct. Assuming, children, see, you all are not doing a favor for me, okay? It's for your own good, no? So I have told you all do this. So if you all have not done, first answer on your own and check whether your answers are correct. Next, intermolecular spaces are greatest in solids. See, we have done this many times. There is more force. Okay? Oh, so sorry, I said solid, no? I'm thinking. I thought it was. Okay. List here. See, very important, This is not, it is not ticked, I was just looking at that place over there. Just excuse me. So, listen here. Intermolecular space. I thought force. It's not force. Sometimes, no, we don't read it properly. So, you have to read space. Space tod asa. Greatest. So when it is greatest, it is Mr. Gases. Okay, so the answer is gases. This is not tick, children, huh? So space, they are talking about space, they are not talking about force. Okay, next, the rate of diffusion is highest in oh, gases. You know why? Because they are, that perfume thing, intermixing takes place more in gases. All the particles of the perfume go and mix up with the air and they become after they spread. No, so diffusion is highest in gases. Solids have different shape. Why they have different shape? Because the force of attraction between the molecule is weak. Is it correct? The force of attraction between molecules is strong. Spaces are large. Spaces are small. So sometimes for online questions and all, like this comes. Two will be similar. So which are two similar? Which are two correct? This and this. Yeah, look at, very important. Now, in solid, spaces are also small. Take an example of ice. There is no space, no? They are closely packed. Spaces are small. But which is more correct for this question? A solid. Take an example of a chair. Take an example of a vase. Take an example of anything. Okay, any solid. Pen. Okay, they are solids because they have definite shape, distinct boundaries. They are rigid. Force of attraction is strong. The compressibility of gases is due to what? Due to large spaces, very small spaces, weak force, or strong space of attraction. Now again, which two are same here? Which two are applicable? Large spaces between particles, gases, and weak force. Now gases, force of attraction is negligible. Force of attraction is negligible. Weak, no? But spaces are more, no? Spaces are more. So compressibility is because they have large space, so you can compress them more easily. Okay, by putting more pressure and decreasing temperature and decreasing the temperature. So large space, short space. Gases can be liquefied by what? Increasing both pressure and temperature, decreasing pressure, temperature, increasing pressure, decreasing temperature. So many times I am repeating this. The chemical name of dry ice is, we doing this experiment. For now, you should know what's another name for dry ice. Solids, after me. Solid carbon dioxide. What's another name for dry ice? Solid carbon dioxide. Okay. Freezing temperature water is 0, not 100. This is boiling. Okay. Water boils at what? 100 degrees Celsius. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. But is 100 degrees Celsius given here, children? No. Asya? What are the options? But 100 degrees Celsius, let's convert to Kelvin, is 100 plus 273. So let's add. What is 273 plus 100? 373. So like this you have to see. 100 degrees Celsius option is not there. But is 373K there? Let's check if 373K option is there. Because 100 degrees Celsius is a boiling. But in Kelvin, how to convert to Kelvin? By adding 273. 73K is there. This is the answer, like that. Understood? The rate of evaporation decreases. Now, cannot decrease when what? Area of surface increases? No, we have learned as the surface increases, the temperature increase, the evaporation increases, children. Take an example of clothes putting for drying. The more you spread, the more faster. Correct? No? Evaporation. Take tea in a saucer. Take tea in a cup and then put it in the saucer. The tea in the saucer will evaporate more faster. So as you increase, say after me, more the surface area, more the evaporation. So it won't decrease if this increase. So this is wrong. Decreases if wind speed increases. Wind speed increases? No. As wind speed increases, the more the evaporation. As temperature increases, more the evaporation. So it won't decrease if the temperature increases. Increase the temperature, more the evaporation. Okay? Now, humidity. Now, humidity is the amount of water vapor in the air. Okay? So, less the humidity, say after me, less the humidity, more the evaporation. Okay, so less the humidity, so less water vapor. When it is a cloudy day, it won't dry only because humidity is more water vapor into that. So evaporation decreases if humidity increases. This increases had to come here. Humidity increases. So option is this. Okay. So chad humidity azalar evaporation decrease atla. Now temperature increases. The rate of evaporation will increase if the temperature increases. So more the temperature, more the evaporation. We'll be doing revision on these topics. Okay. So this I gave you example. Putting clothes for drying, cup, tea in a cup. When you put them, then because it the surface area is more, so rate of evaporation is faster. Now we can smell the food being cooked at a distance due to the process of what? Evaporation, boiling, sublimation or diffusion. I just told you the particles are mixing. So here it's diffusion. Intermixing of particles. Say after me, intermixing of particles of two different types of matter. When iodine is heated, it directly gets converted to vapor. This process is what? What is this process? Iodine is getting converted to vapor. Sublimation. Solid getting converted directly to gas. Getting converted directly to vapor, gas. When dry ice is kept under ordinary temperature and pressure, dry ice. Dry ice, what's another name? Solid carbon dioxide. Say after me, solid carbon dioxide, dry ice. Temperature and pressure, ordinary. So this ice will sublime, it won't evaporate because dry ice is solid carbon dioxide. Solid carbon dioxide has the property of getting converted directly to vapor, so it will sublime. Okay, another name for dry ice is solid carbon dioxide. Iron wire cannot be easily broken. Why? Take a wire and break it and show me. Why? Forces between the particle attraction are strong, spaces are small, particles cannot move, or kinetic energy is less. Here we are talking about motion. When kinetic energy comes, when the particles are moving, kinetic energy kenna aata when particles moves aata. So the energy possessed, say after me, by the particles, the energy possessed by the particles due to its motion is called kinetic energy. Motion, energy in motion is kinetic energy. So now why you think? Because the force of attraction is strong or because the space is less? These two are applicable. So which one? Because this third force asa kitla utta, it's becoming difficult for you because there's lots of force of attraction. Okay, please answer this first and then check your answers and do your corrections. Kinetic energy, next 40 degrees Celsius. Now is dash K. Now how to do this? I want to convert to Kelvin, children. I want to convert to Kelvin. So what to do? Okay, the space here. Just searching for a paper to show you all. Give me a minute. Let's use this paper only. What is given? 40 degrees Celsius is given. And they are telling you dash K. So, Celsius to Kelvin is 40 plus, no? We have to plus, no? When I want to convert to Kelvin, because Kelvin is big. Is a big fellow. So, we have to add. So, 273 plus 40. Okay? Now, in the previous example I did here, no? So I said I'll do it here only. It's 7 plus 3 is 10, no? So 303. And adding I did first, Baba. So 3 plus 0 is 3. 7 plus 3 is 10. So I have taken an example on the video, no? That the 30 degrees Celsius. So adding 7 plus 3 is what? 10. What is 2 plus 1? 3. So 300. So here also we are adding because Celsius has to be converted to Kelvin. So I took an example of 40. So we have to add 273. Particles of the matter, they possess what? Potential energy? No, we'll be learning potential energy later. Potential energy is okay at the starting. Is due to its position. When you start, that time is potential energy. And it covers a particular It is from a height you have to send that. But when it is in motion, when the particles are sent, like special bullet and all, you release your whatever the particles of the in the gun, they are moved because you release what, the arrow, so the particles are moving, so the energy is kinetic energy. So when the particles are in motion, you should know now for this chapter, particles in motion, they possess only kinetic energy. Okay, although at the start they have another type of energy. So the energy possessed by the particle due to its motion, so when it is due to its motion, it is kinetic. So today we end this class. I have finished this which was blurred. Now don't tell me I've increased the font, I made it quite big. Okay, although my printer was still not repaired, I went and got the printouts so that I could finish. So if I'm taking so much trouble, please cooperate with me. And I'm also having lots of difficulties here, but still I'm trying to go with the flow. Please also do the same. Thank you. Have a good day.